Well, welcome to the Sunday afternoon press conference, or I should say midday press conference here, end of the day here, end of the season as well in 2025 for the United States Pro Kart Series. Joe Turney in the middle, today's race winner. To the left, Austin Garrison and Paulie Massimino finishing second in the championship overall. Joe, we'll start with you. A good return back. I know just a couple of minutes ago, right, we were talking in the scale line winning. Now, I guess, a check coming your way of, I think, $6,000+. How does it feel, I guess, being back this weekend? You were with us at Road America, and now going with a good payday before your vacation in Ireland next week.
Yeah, definitely a nice way to finish off the summer for me. So, yeah, as I said to you, I haven't won a race since Orlando at the start of the year. That's here and overseas. So we fell a bit short in Wisconsin, and then yeah, super strong this weekend. Like from the first session, we were pretty strong, and then we sort of went one direction, didn't quite work. But then when we were back on track, we saw we were fast. So last heat yesterday, a bit of a wobble, but we still set the fastest lap. And then this morning, went out for warm up, and everything was how it should have been. And yeah, absolutely flew this morning. So I definitely think going into the final, I had the strongest package going off the warm-up. So even with that, it was difficult to, you need a strong package, but even with the strongest on the grid, you can't drive away. So it seemed super windy out there in the final, and it was difficult to get any sort of gap. So yeah, it definitely helps when the package is super fast, and we managed to close it out today.
Austin, me and you spoke a little bit last night, as well as throughout the weekend, right? You've kind of been mostly, I would say, you seem like you've been in good spirits, but not happy with the Kart as a whole. But it seemed like that final, it really started clicking for you guys after changes made last night.
Yeah, we knew that our stuff was going to be fast, and just like it was really fast at SCUSA, so we weren't trying to detour too much of what we did a couple weeks ago for today. But yeah, we were struggling a little bit yesterday. But, we just made some minor changes, didn't really overthink everything, because obviously when you go through and you have, 30 lap old tires, you can't just go and make drastic changes, because in the main event you have brand new tires. So it's a pretty big difference here for brand new tires to use. It's quite a few tenths. But, the Kart was great in the main. The motor was good, but the... Here,
we'll actually rewind that a little bit here, Kyle, if you will. So... again, Austin, I'll let you finish your point as well on you this weekend, and then we'll watch this back here in a couple of moments.
Yeah, but no, besides that, everything was the changes that we did yesterday, morning warm-up, we went on used tires, and it was good. And I was confident going into the final, but kind of like what Joe was saying, it's hard to pull away from everybody, like top five, you can put a blanket over. But no, it was good.
So, looking forward here at the replay, this is the moment that you, Paulie, and Frankie were talking about in the scale lines. So we'll let you run through it here.
I can't even see it. It's on the right. Oh. Disgusting. They fly off by himself.
You just have my rear bumper.
Check your mirrors, dude.
Paulie, if you want to go through it, I know you and Frankie obviously talked about it. He said he was pretty heated after the race, given the pace that he had. Talk about it now, watching it back after it's all said and done.
Yeah, I still feel like what I told you guys and what I told Frankie is, I know he went for the outside move, and yeah, like I said, I saw him on entry, but on the middle exit, I didn't see him anymore. So took my normal line. If he was next to me, I wouldn't have blown someone off the track for no reason. So like I said, like I told him, I said, just go back, watch your video of Austin, and if you still feel like I'm in the wrong, I'll come over there, we'll talk about it, and see what we need to do next. But based off the replay, I saw what I felt. So I'll just leave it at that for now. And then we'll let Frankie look at it and see what he thinks.
Well said. I'll open the floor now to Henry.
Thank you very much. Henry Baudet, representing Karting Armchair Experts Worldwide. Joe, at what point, was there a race, you're looking back at it now, was there a point in that race where you thought, oh, might be in trouble here? And at what point then, subsequently, did you think, okay, I'm in control, this is mine to lose?
Yeah, middle of the race I took the lead, and middle of the race I took the lead and tried to see what I had out front, and I didn't feel a push for like 2 laps. I didn't look back, but I didn't feel a push, so I thought, okay, must be going okay. And then already by the start-finish line, Gus had like slipstream past me like crazy. Like he'd already passed me and could pull back in before the first turn. So at that point, I sort of understood, like, yeah, no one's pulling away here. It's going to be pretty tough. And then, yeah, I haven't actually seen what happened for why I got a break, but...
It was a collision between Gus and ADT.
Yeah. Yeah, once I saw that I had enough gap with like 3 to go, I assumed that they'd battle and that they'd try and fight for P2. So at that point, I thought I was okay. Then once I came onto the second to last lap, there was a big enough gap that I'd have had to... something bad would have had to happen.
And before I move on to Austin and Paulie, you mentioned that this was your first win in anything, really, since Orlando back in February. As a professional kart racer, when your advice to other drivers who go through a winless streak, they have a great period of success, and then things don't work, what would you advice be to the youngsters in the championship who, they have a few wins and then there's a barren patch? How do you keep yourself motivated? How would you say to the younger drivers, how should they act when things aren't going perfectly?
Yeah, I mean, it can happen. Like, I think after the last race in Orlando, we'd won like a crazy amount of races in a row, like 5 or 6 races. So, like, it happens. Like, wins come and go, and now I'm probably, before this weekend, I was probably 15 races without a win since Orlando. So, it can definitely happen, and I think I just remain, like, keep trusting myself, but more than that, I just trust the team and the people around me 100%. I've been with the same people now for 3-4 years, and just, even though we haven't won a race for the last 6-7 months, no reason to change anyone around. I still trust who I've got in my corner, and I know that on our day, when we do a good job, we can win the race.
Thank you. Paulie, before I get to the question about the race, you're in a similar situation with Brandon Jars of Crack Racing, call them family. You've had the same thing. Keeping the same people around you is what I picked up from Joe as being key, because in the karting world as a whole, there's an awful lot of, we need instant success, and if we don't have it, we're going to move. We're going to keep moving. That's not really the way forward, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with Joe. I think relationships and having the same people in your corners is the best thing, good or bad. If you're with people for a certain amount of time, you kind of, for the most part, you got to stick with them, unless, obviously stuff turns south. But there's always going to be days where it's not your day, and sometimes there's going to be days where it's your day. So just got to keep your head down. As long as the team's committed, the driver's committed, it's hard. Everybody goes through swings. Teams get better, packages get better, drivers get better. So you always see it fluctuate. So just got to keep doing your job and try to work as hard as you can. And yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, on to the race itself. You were thereabouts all the way through. What would you say was the one element that was missing that kept you out of victory lane?
I definitely felt like I made a few mistakes out there on my end, but I also felt like, I'm not sure with gearing or anything like that, if maybe I was one tooth higher. Just seemed like off the corner I'd be okay. I can make up a little bit of time, but then down the straightaway I felt like they were a little bit better than me. So maybe it was something with gearing, carburation, I'm not really too sure. Obviously Joe pushed me around for a few laps, so I was grateful for that. To try and do something, but I knew eventually he'd pass me. He was quick. He's been quick. But yeah, I just tried to keep myself in the battle, and like they said, it's so hard to pull away here. Even in KA, doesn't matter. You can be half a second clear of the field, doesn't matter. They come back with this layout. It just makes it too hard, and even in X30 makes it too hard, especially with how dirty the track is in the beginning, and sometimes out of nowhere the track gets dirty. All right. Between
That was a sneeze off
Yeah.
camera, by the way.
Yeah, between like dirt on the track, and sometimes someone in the back drives off and it brings dirt for the leaders, and then it gives you that chance to catch back up. So yeah, super hard to pull away.
Okay, thank you, and congratulations on the KA Senior title. Austin, one question for you before I think we'll hand it over to some of the other members of the press corps. You were, again, similar to Paulie, you couldn't quite get to the front. Was that a combination of the way that other people raced you and didn't work with you, or was that a little bit miss on the setup for the final?
Like as we see here on the screen, a couple laps ago when I went and passed Gus, and then we caught up to Paulie and Joe pretty quick. They had probably a half-second gap, and I reeled them back in pretty fast. But I think the package was good. Towards the end of the race, Gus was definitely faster than most people out there. I thought our package was good to stay up front, but not obviously very difficult to go and pass somebody and start to pull away. But yeah, like I said, you can put a blanket over the top 5, and it was just whoever got past and started to get shuffled back. Then that was after everything. You gather your bearings back up. That's kind of where you sat for a little bit, and then somebody else would pass in front, then you would capitalize on that and end up moving forward or moving backwards. So, but besides that, I thought everything was good as it can possibly be.
I hate to sort of bring this up. There was an issue at the start of the race. I think you and Frankie sort of discussing the same piece of tarmac. Is that how you would put it?
On the start?
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought that the first start we were going to be A-okay. I'm like, we're actually side by side and almost going into corner 1. And then the second start we kind of fell back a little bit, but it's tough. The outside's very difficult here to go and start on. We seen yesterday, I think, and when Alessandro was second, started second. He was in like 7th or something in one of the heat races. He fell way back, so it's just difficult. It's a crapshoot.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll hand it over to our next member. Thank you, guys.
Kyle Cuthbertson, Kart Chaser Socials. So in the last 8 races in 125 single speed, we've had 8 different winners. Just talk about the competitiveness of this class. I mean, that's impressive across 3 different series too. 8 winners.
Yeah, no, this form of racing here is very competitive, and we're all hashing it out nonstop. And as you can see here, Alessandro hasn't been in a kart for a while. Came back here, and he's up front. Same thing with Frankie. He's been in the seat more than him, but he's also a fast driver. But every race series that you go to, USPKS or SCUSA, it's like you said, 8 different winners. The racing's very, very difficult. And then when Joe comes over here, it's very difficult to go and beat him. But it's hard to go and win. But when you do win, it's you're like, wow. You turn around and look at the people that you beat who race nonstop. They're up front 24/7, and it's not easy at all. I know when Joe comes over here, he's like, yeah, he's won a lot over here, but I know when he goes out on the racetrack, he's like, this ain't gonna be a walk in the park today, and he knows he's gonna have to go and fight.
Yeah, I agree with everything Austin said. I think there's a bunch of really, really fast drivers. Obviously, we didn't have Ryan this weekend, but he's another one. But I think between chassis, motors, tracks, every driver, they always feel better at one place than another. Like you always feel like you go somewhere that you don't like, and you're like, oh, it might be a little bit of a struggle. Where someone else is like, I feel really good at this track. So I think it's really good that we have different winners. It shows that there's always a good fight in the field, and it's not just one driver always winning over and over again like it has been in the past. So it's actually very fun to drive in it now, because it seems like it's more of a race these past few races, or really this whole year. But yeah, I think it just matters on tracks, go-karts, teams, engines, whatever. So it's good.
Yeah, I mean, like these boys said, it's all 8 different winners, obviously all with different material, different tuners, different chassis. So it just proves how competitive it is here. It's not that just one team's just walking it every time. So I think definitely this time like this moment in time in the US here at these races in the 125 and also in the KA as well. It seems that like you can, if you prepare well enough and you come with the right stuff, then you can win the race. So it's super nice. And I mean, like from my side, obviously the engines I think are all quite similar between most people. Or one day you might have a bit better than someone else, but like I'm being chased down by about 7 Tonys, so it's quite nice to have something a bit different to the other people where you can bring your own material and try and differentiate yourself and try and win the race in another way.
David Cole from ekartingnews.com here. Joe, I think we're kind of getting to the point where I noticed this in turn 3, the pit out turn, the right-hander there. You seem to grab that curb an awful lot, especially I think when you were behind Gus here a little bit. Is that something you kind of learned as the race weekend went on? Because you don't see a lot of people using that curb, well, mostly shifters really, if anything. Was that something you kind of learned throughout the weekend that was improving your pace?
I mean, I always have used that curb. I noticed when I was behind Paulie that he doesn't, and actually through there, Paulie was giving me a kart or two. So it was probably too late for me in the final to change that. Like, to then change a line completely in the final is kind of difficult. You got to kind of, in one way, stick with what you got. So it seemed to work for me. I mean, but it was only once I followed Paulie that I was like, okay, actually maybe that's not quite right. But I was taking it quite a lot on the last on a few laps in the race when I was really trying to break away and pushing the limit of what I could like use on the track. So it was definitely close in a few moments to spit me off and go off like it did in a few of the heat races.
How is the grip level out there compared to some of the European races? Obviously different tire compounds and everything like that, but that's always the talk. And this is one of the racetracks that does rubber up pretty well.
Yeah,
was it similar or maybe not quite so much?
No, it was quite a lot, especially on the first day. I was pretty surprised. Like we had quite a lot of jumping with the kart, and we had to take quite a lot of grip out the kart because normally we come and it's pretty good how it is. It was only this weekend that we had to change a few things around, and definitely like we ran a pretty quick time in warm up this morning. I think that's quite fast for this track as well. So no, the track's pretty grippy out there, and these black patches in the track provide a lot of grip. So we're searching for them, and there was a few points in the weekend after the KA Masters that there was actually a bit of like rubber build up on the track. So definitely a lot of grip out there.
I actually want to take a look back at that incident in between ADT and Gus, if you don't mind here, Kyle. And again, we're talking about it here, Paulie. I mean, you guys, I think, benefited a little bit from it. Maybe were hurt from it as well. Talk about the incident on your screen. I think Gus was given a penalty for the move that is going to happen here. ADT looking on the inside, and then Gus taking his line through the corner. So I'll let you guys open discussion about it. Feel free to jump in whenever you guys want.
Yeah, obviously I was right behind it. For me, I mean, looking at that, like it's hard. We all want to, we don't want to lose a spot. I think that's, that's what gave Joe that little bit of gap. But obviously I saw it firsthand, and I know everybody's aggressive. Was it maybe a little bit too much? Maybe, but honestly, it's not really my situation to comment on. I feel like whatever those guys decide is what they decide. I don't know what the penalty even was. So,
Paulie, would you consider that kind of a low percentage move?
What do you mean by that?
Like he's not exactly alongside of him, right? Like the pass isn't really complete as everybody's turning in, but Gus does turn in a little early, so it's kind of a.
It's kind of tough because if Ale spins Gus off there, he gets a penalty.
Right.
Whereas now Gus has somehow got a penalty.
Right.
I think it's difficult because when I come in the straight, I look back and I see Gus, and he's pretty close. So I close the brake in a tiny bit, kind of like KZ, and then he follows me, and I assume he follows me braking in tight, and I don't think Gus is the driver to just chop down on someone. Like, no. I've raced Gus for a long time, and I've seen him race for a long time, and I don't think he's the type of guy to just chop someone off like that, because I think as well he risks his own race doing that. Like, half the time he's just going to rip your radiator off or your exhaust or whatever. So I don't think he knew he was there and once I moved, he moved with me, and Ale was obviously committed on the inside, and that can happen. We're racing without mirrors, so that kind of thing can happen. Once everyone's committed to their corner, you can only stop as much as you can, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's tough. If Ale spins him off in that moment, he's getting a penalty. If it carries on, Augustus, I think it's 50-50.
Austin, what's your thoughts on that?
I know that's like a mid to high speed corner where you don't really lock up the brakes too much going in until you kind of trail the brake high speed going into that corner. So it's not really like an abrupt stop, so somebody can lunge in on you in there. But you know, here it's like when you're passing somebody, there's not when you're up front, there's not like you're halfway committed going in. So when you pull out and pass, you're going by, you're 100%. And you know, I'm misjudging it on one of their parts. Might have been a little bit too late of a dive. How Joe was saying, he was kind of like following him, trailing him in a little bit earlier in the corner. But you know, at last second when he was there, it's too late to kind of pull back out because they tagged each other in the middle of the corner. It's just a racing incident. You know, it just a mistake. It happens. Everybody crashes. Everybody makes mistakes. It's all part of it. It's just racing. Just a racing incident.
Well, thank you guys. Moving forward here, for you, Austin, and for you, Paulie, you guys are about to take part in the Miami Grand Nationals. I know, Joe, you would have probably loved to be a part of that race as well when we go down to North Carolina. But I was talking to your team owner yesterday, Austin, to Alex Speed and to Mario, your engine builder, and the past couple weeks that we've had, right? How hard is it to rebuild the motors, right? In only 2 weeks, and you guys are looking at, I think, about 15 karts, a 10 of about 15 people, and it's full speed, right? These next 2 weeks. Talk about how that's been, right? Keeping up with motors, package, equipment, you know, on this busy summer stretch that we've been in.
Right. Yeah. Hats off to those guys. I don't know how they get it done, but they get it done. It is insane. Their workload is insane. What they go and have on, you know, all of them when they go back to the shop. And yeah, you're having to, like, after these past couple of weeks, like, we're having to go and rebuild every single engine, dyno every single engine, and you know, underneath our team, we get, you know, 2 motors each, and that's just underneath our team, and we run out of a whole bunch of engines. So not only, you know, with us, but other people you have to go and worry about, make sure their stuff's running top notch for the Miami Grands. That's a, you know, really big race. But yeah, I'm going back and loading the trailer, building up a whole new fresh fleet of karts and motors and this and that, and you know, it makes it difficult for them. But you know, these guys, they put in so much work and they don't stop. And yeah, you know, they only have a week and a half basically. I know some people want to go out and test next week, but you know, it's just impossible with all the, you know, racing going on now. But I think we're gonna have a pretty good outing there. So.
Yeah, great. Moving to you, Paulie, as well. And in our interview, kind of got me thinking, right? You come into a weekend with 1 motor, maybe 2, with your deal with BBS, and talk about that for you guys as well. The rebuild time and just staying on top of equipment, period.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. We're always fine. I know BBS will work as late as they have to make sure everything's done. We always have our stuff done, so I think no matter what, they will work as late as they have to every single day to get everything. Just because I know they want the results just as bad as we do. So same thing with probably every other engine builder out there. They all want, you know, the results. So they're all, if they have to work, they're going to work. But yeah, I mean, obviously for us, we have a little bit more time just because we live in Mooresville. So we have a little bit more time with prepping and cleaning and doing whatever. But yeah, it's so hard. The summer's been nothing but race after race and, you know, working and building and whatever it may be. But so it's hard. Yeah, I think everybody will be okay for Miami Grands. I think everybody will put the work in. We'll be just fine. And then, you know, after Stars, hopefully we can get a little bit of a break.
And then again, for yourself and Austin, what do you guys thought about the national schedule as a whole, right? It seems like there's been very little downtime across the summer stretch.
Yeah, I think when you involved with, I mean, I think Stars is a pretty big series as well. A lot of people go into that, and it's right in the middle of everything. So you got USPKS, SCUSA Pro Tour, then you got Stars, then some people even go and run TSRS. You know, I work at all those events, and it's like there's zero downtime, like, at all. I think it's once the racing season comes through, I think USPKS and SCUSA, and then we have Stars, I think they can maybe separate it a little bit more moving on to next year, because, you know, after September it kind of starts to go and calm down with the racing, and they can have every other race, you know, during September moving on to Super Nationals, and not so much stacked on top of each other. Not only for us as drivers, you know, it's nice to go out and drive a lot. You're always staying in the seat, keeping sharp, but for everybody else behind the scenes of doing all the motor work and, you know, the chassis work and the teams of unloading and loading, like, they don't have a break. You know, like, some people, they need a little bit of a break to kind of just decompress, relax, hang out with their family for a day or so, because a lot of these guys here, they're just nonstop on the go.
Question for Joe along those same lines. You know, the next time we'll see you is in November, and there's still a whole world championship to be decided between now and then. But, you know, before that, how excited are you for Super Nationals 28 coming in as the defending champion and, you know, being able to defend the biggest race in the United States?
Yeah, it'll be super cool. Obviously, Super Nats was good to me last year, so go in confident, try and do the job best we can, prepare as best we can as well. I hope to get over and maybe test a bit before it to make sure we got the right stuff. So we'll see what our schedule looks like in September and October. So yeah, obviously looking forward to it. It's a super cool race. All the big hitters are going to be there, and yeah, it's a race that we can go to and try to do the best job we can. But at the same time, we're in a cool city. We're with everyone's here, and we can have a good time at the same time.
When you say test for it, what do you mean by that? Like, so you can't really test for a street race, so like just coming to the United States and getting more laps in?
Yeah, I think so. Like, do some engine stuff, I think, because obviously the kart, we never know what's going to be perfect in a parking lot. So you can't really replicate that, you know, to have 400 guys driving around a parking lot over a weekend, we can't replicate. So if the engine goes, it goes, and we can definitely see that. So hopefully get down to Trackhouse, maybe somewhere like that, and do a day or two, see what we got, and go with the best package we got.
I mean, like I said to start, probably would.
I was just gonna say, if you need any help, yeah, I'm available.
That would be good
for coaching.
Yeah, perfect.
I'll be
How
over.
much?
For you? We'll talk later.
What a guy.
And then, like I said at the beginning, there's still a whole world championship to be decided between now and then. You know, how much thought have you put into the world championship this year, and how are you feeling going in?
A lot. Yeah, I thought about the World Championship a lot since the last World Championship, so try not to lose it on the last lap this time. Try and keep it between the white lines and see what we can do. Yeah, it's in a few weeks. It's in Sweden, so the weather's going to be pretty mixed. We've done a fair bit of prep already. We've got a bit of preparation in about a week's time, so do the best we can, obviously. I'm with the best team in the world, so it's up to me to do the job and see what we can do.
On that same topic, you know, thinking back to last year and the last few years that you've had at the World Championships, you know, how has that been, right? It almost seems like you have a little bit of chip on your shoulder coming into this year, right, when you guys head to Sweden later on in October.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like, we won the European, so that helps a lot. The World Championship we lost on the last lap. It can happen. It's a one-off race, so I got over it fairly quickly. It's not going to change my life if I win it or not. I'm still with really good people, and hopefully I'll be with them as long as I can be with them. So winning it, I'll give everything, of course. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's a one-off race. A lot of things can happen, especially when the weather's going to be mixed. So like we say, we'll just do the best preparation we can. That's all we can do. Control everything from our side, and then if it happens, it does. I'll do everything I can do to win. If it does, great. We go to Vegas happy. If we don't, then we go to Vegas angry and try and win that race.
Austin, for you, it's been a good 12 months. Last year, USPKS Championship. This year's SuperKarts USA Championship. Not quite the USPKS program you wanted this year. How would you rate 2025 for you throughout your career right now?
Definitely, you know, my strong point, I think, in 2025. 2024, winning the USPKS was huge. and it was massive. But we ran the Scusa Pro Tour as well, and we ended up finishing 6th. We didn't really have that great of a run last year, but this year we missed the first round of USPKS, and then a couple incidents in the other races that I had. We was kind of out of it after that, but we were just hyper focused on the Scusa Pro Tour, making sure everything is absolutely perfect. I mean, same thing. Any race you want to make sure that everything is on kill. It's at 100% but winning the Scusa Pro Tour in X30 is something I've never done before. Not even USPKS. I think that was both new. I think I finished 2nd USPKS like 60 years ago or something, running on a Fullerton and then
CRG won. You won on CRG. Well, you didn't win on CRG. That's right.
Yeah, I think I won a race, maybe.
Well, you had the win, but pushback was taken away.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, hate to bring that back.
Yeah. Thanks. I was having
it was
having
the
a good
curb,
time.
right? Because you led the whole lap or whole race.
Yeah, I got passed on the outlap, and then I pushed him coming out of a hairpin because the driver messed up, and that thing just literally came into one corner, and then I fought that for like 2 hours, and they were like, nope. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm done. I'm good. I think I quit after that year for like a year.
So at least it was redemption last year when you got the championship.
Right. Yep. And then winning this Scusa Pro Tour Championship this year, like we've been on kill. Everything's been perfect, and it's past couple of years have been probably one of the best and most exciting years for me.
Paulie, kind of same thing to you. KA's championship here today. I mean, you look back at your career, you're top 3 in every almost championship you've been a part of. Where would you kind of place your 2025 season right now in your career?
Yeah, I think it's been a really, really great year so far. Feel like, myself, the team, BBS, we're all putting in the most effort, the most work that we ever have, and we're trying our absolute hardest, especially on the X30 side. Our KA program has been strong for a while. We've been okay with that, but we really wanted to push the X30 program and really take it to the next level. So I think it's all about everybody, sticking together and working super hard, and even when stuff doesn't go right, just kind of how you bounce back. But yeah, this year's been great. Pro Tour finished 3rd in X30. Feel like even with that, it would have been hard to finish 1st or 2nd, but we had some rough goes in Texas and even one day in Cincinnati. So yeah, we even skipped out on Texas and KA and ran the last 2, and somehow I think we finished 4th or 5th in the championship. So if we were maybe ran Texas, we could have maybe had a shot at it. And then here, kind of did what we needed to do as far as the most we can maximize with both classes. Obviously, Norberg locked it up, but we were still able to hang on to 2nd. And yeah, Stars, we're in the hunt. Last year I won it, so we're in the hunt. But the main focus is to keep up the momentum going into Miami Grands and Supernats. I think that'd be nice to try and do really well at both of those. And if it works out, then maybe retire. So we'll see how the racing plays out. And then yeah,
Retire.
Yeah. Soon. I'm getting, my body hurts every day. But yeah, so no, it's been a really great year, and we're just gonna keep working.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
How's your body been holding up, Austin?
Done.
No rib vest for 27 years.
I mean, the guy's like 37. You got to move on at some point.
Yeah, no, my getting banged up. I'm getting old. I mean, if I'm about to stretch, how old you got to be for Masters?
That's a guy who's spent right there.
Spent. Sweatiest guy out there, dying, back hurts. You saw my interview at Kart Chaser in the morning. I was at like I don't know, 8 in the morning. They came up. I'm tired, bloodshot, sore as you possibly are in the morning. I'm all jacked up on Advil. Yep, I was over at Road America, and they're like, "How is it this morning?" I'm like, everything hurts, my whole body. And even after the race, my back does hurt a little bit. But yeah, not wearing a rib vest for 62 years, it catches up to you.
So what life after karting? Is that on a boat? Maybe fishing somewhere in the Keys?
Yeah, I'll drive out in the middle of nowhere and bring a couple peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and a bottle of water and just float and see what island I end up on, and you'll never see me again.
Maybe a bottle of wine. Maybe.
Yeah, probably no water, just wine for sure.
Well, fellas, it's honestly been a good time. Congrats on a successful season in 2025. Austin, we'll see you in about 2 weeks' time at Miami Grands.
Yep, thank you.
Paulie, we'll see you there as well. And Joe, we wish you the best of luck for the World Championships, and we'll see you in Las Vegas. So that being said, podium's in about 10-ish minutes, maybe a little less than that. And Joe, we'll see you over there. For those of you at home,
Thank you.
About 10-ish minutes for podiums. Thank you very much.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the 2025 US Pro Kart Series Presentation Awards. I'm going to host the class awards for today's racing, and then I'll hand over to Series Director Tim Coyen to do the Championship Awards for the 2025 season. Firstly, can I welcome you all watching live on Kart Chaser. It's the first time that we have live streamed the podium and the Championship Awards. Now, let's get underway with the 7 classes that race today. Some fantastic racing here in the Newcastle Motorsports Park, and we will begin with Micro Swift. First of all, our fast qualifier. Unfortunately, he didn't finish the final, but our pole sitter was George Ho for for SLA Karting. George Ho, I think that he probably wasn't aware that there was a prize. Top 5, finishing in 5th position, driving for Velocity Racing, where he represents the USA and the Bahamas. It's Lennox Lockhart. Lennox gets the 5th place trophy, finishing in 4th position, driving for J. Howard Driver Development. It's Brody Stoffel. The driver with Michael Jordan on his crash helmet. Finishing in 3rd position, also driving for the J. Howard Driver Development Team, it's Leo Simone. And now your top 2, separated at the end by 8 thousandths of a second, finishing in P2, driving for Team Bennick, it's Dutch Westbrook. But your 2025 Micro Swift winner of the Indiana Grand Prix at Newcastle Motorsport Park, stepping onto the top of the podium for the first time at a national level, driving for Trinity Karting Group, it's Jack Katowski. Now, drivers, if we can, lift those trophies high in the air. They're heavy. Don't drop them. Ladies and gentlemen, these 5 drivers crossed the finish line with 9/10 of a second between them after 16 laps. So please, once again, put your hands together for Lennox Lockhart, Brody Stoffel, Leo Simone, Dutch Westbrook, and Jack Katowski. Now we move ahead to KA100 Junior. And finishing, well, the fast qualifier award goes to Hurricane Travis Pettit. Well done, Hurricane Trav, driving for the Speed Concepts Racing team. On to our top 5 finishers, and finishing in 5th position, Driving for Orsalon Racing and representing Ecuador, it's Julian Rivera. Julian puts the Ecuador flag on his crash helmet, receives the trophy, finishing in 4th position, driving for Nash Motorsports and representing Canada, Nathan Dupuis. Top 3 time now, finishing in 3rd position, driving for Orsalon Racing and also representing Brazil, it's Teo Salimao. Finishing as your runner-up, driving for the Rollerson Performance Group, it's Alexander Vanchev. But your winner in KA100 Junior, brought to you by BBS Race Engines, driving for Mike Doty Racing, it's Little Sizzle Isaac Malcute. So once again, trophies high in the air. There was heartbreak and joy in the final race, but there you go. Please, one more time. Hurricane Travis Petit, Julian Rivera, Nathan Dupuis, Teo Salimao, Alex Vanchev, and Isaac Malcute. We now move on to KA100 Senior. What a dramatic race that was. KA100 Senior brought to you by Brandon Jarsakrak Racing. Finishing in 5th position, driving for Velocity Racing, it's Colin Lloyd. Finishing in 4th position and taking the medal for the fast qualifier, driving for Speed Concepts Racing, it's Brandon Lemke. Now, the top 4 drivers crossed the line less than 2/10 of a second apart. Finishing in 3rd position, maintaining his 100% podium record across both senior classes this year. Driving for Brandon Jarsakrak Racing, it's Paulie Massimino. Another top 3 finish, top 5 finish for Paulie this year. That's his 7th out of 7 starts. Finishing in 2nd position, taking the position just meters from the checkered flag. Driving for the Rocket Racing Company, it's Alan Isambard. But your winner today, stepping on to the top step of a podium in US National Racing for the first time in a number of years, driving for Velocity Racing, the comeback kid, ZCD, Zachary Clemente-Mello. So KA100 Senior, a fantastic race. In fact, the top 6 drivers crossing the line less than 0.6 of a second apart. So one more time, please show your appreciation for Colin Lloyd, Brandon Lemke, Paulie Massimino, Alan Isambard, and your winner, Zachary Clemente-Mello. Next on the roster, Mini Swift, and another race where the top 4 drivers crossed the finish line within 0.2 of a second of the race winner. Finishing in 5th position, driving for Brandon Jarza Crack Racing, it's Lawrence Perriman. Finishing in 4th position, driving for Ryan Perry Motorsports Nitro Kart, it's Jake Manalio. And when you watch back the Kart Chaser coverage, the driver who finished 3rd was leading coming out of the final corner. The driver that finished 1st was 3rd coming out of the final corner. It was one of those races, but finishing in P3, driving for Paralin USA, it's Enzo Di Janeiro. But finishing as the runner-up, driving for Ryan Perry Motorsports, and he represents Canada. Pretty in pink, Jaden Francisco. And now for your winner. Driving for J. Howard Driver Developments. He not only took the win, he also takes the medal for our fastest qualifier. It's Liam Nachawati. So very sporting there from all our top 5 Mini Swift drivers. Liam gets the first place trophy for the 2025 Indiana Grand Prix here at Newcastle. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Lawrence Perriman, Jake Manalio, Enzo Di Janeiro, Jaden Francisco, and Liam Nachawati. Thank you, drivers. Now we move on to Junior X30. And though this driver finished outside the top 15 in the final, he takes the medal for being the fastest qualifier for Team Magic Kart, Mad Max Wyland. I believe Max may have left already. So we'll move on to the top 5. Finishing in 5th position. I believe this is his first podium of the year. Driving for Speed Concepts Racing, it's Jude Thuramatlaswamy. Finishing in 4th position. He crossed the line first, and that is the memory he will take. But P4 on the final order, driving for Rollerson Performance Group, it's Royce Vega. On to the top 3 now. And like Royce, this next driver stands on an X30 Junior podium for the very first time. Driving for Brandon Jarsacrack Racing, it's Marco Samut. And now, the top 2, after finishing 0.2 of a second apart. Finishing in P2, driving for MPG Motorsports, it's John Buddy Antonino. But your winner today, he crossed the line, congratulating his teammate for beating him in a straight fight. Very sporting. He emerges as your victor today, driving for the Rollerson Performance Group. It's Alexander Vanchev. Okay, drivers, once again, trophies in the air. Big trophies in the air. Well done. Please put your hands together one more time. Jude Thuramatlaswamy, Marco Samut, Royce Vega, John Antonino, and Alexander Vanchev. Okay, now we move on to our penultimate class, and it is KA100 Masters. I have to say, they put on one heck of a show. They even managed to survive 18 laps without any pit stops or drink breaks. Well done. The top 5 we'll come to in a moment, but first of all, your fastest qualifier from Friday, finishing 7th overall, it's Tyler Prestel. Tyler Prestel, driving for the AMAX Racing Team, finishing 7th. On to the top 5 now, and finishing in 5th position, driving for Orsalon Racing, Scott Falcone. Just say, I'm very sorry, Tyler, to make you stand next to a set of tyres. You're having nightmares about them. Finishing in 4th position, also driving for Orsalon Racing and representing Mexico, Miguel Mia. Finishing In third position, driving for Technokart USA, representing the USA and Romania, Laurențiu Mardan. Now your runner-up, finishing 7 seconds behind the winner, driving for the Bobson Racing Team and the Ken Williams official fan club, it's Adam Krepin. And finally, your winner. 2 heat wins yesterday. A broken bumper yesterday afternoon couldn't stop him. He eventually comes away with a victory for Top Kart USA. It's Clay Settles. And for those of you watching at home, KA 100 Masters, we know there's plenty of you out there with KA Masters karts. Come and join the party next year at the US Pro Kart Series with this bunch of degenerates. I mean drivers, sorry. Congratulations, drivers, once again. Tyler Prestel, Scott Falcone, Miguel Mia, Laurențiu Mardan, Adam Krepin, and Clay Settles. Now it is time for the main event class, X30 Pro. We have prize money for the top 6 drivers. Once again, on behalf of the entire US Pro Kart Series and all the championship partners, as well as the drivers, thank you for your support this year as we give out another huge prize pot. Finishing in 6th position and taking home a check for $1,092. Driving for the Trinity Karting Group, it's Finnegan Bailiff. They're not here. Oh. Okay, we might get them here a little bit now. We'll get Finnegan here in a little bit. Finishing in 5th position and taking home a check for $1,228.50. Driving for Speed Concepts Racing, it's Frankie Mossman. In addition to the check, all 6 top finishers in X30 Pro get a set of MG tyres as well. We move on to the top 4, finishing in 4th position and taking home a check for $1,365. It's Speed Concepts Racing's Austin Garrison. Top 3 time now. Finishing in 3rd position, completing his 100% top 5 record this year. 8 starts, 4 in KA100 Senior, 4 in X30 Pro, for a 100% record, driving for Brandon Jarza Crack Racing, taking home a check for $1,911. It's Paulie Massimino. Congratulations, Paulie. But I have to say to series operator Mark Coates that the British have come and taken a lot of your money, because finishing in second position and taking home a check for $2,730, driving for Rollison Performance Group and representing the United Kingdom, it's Gus Lawrence. But your winner today, in addition to taking home the medal for the Top Qualifier Award and the set of MG tyres, as does everybody else in the top 6, he also takes home a check for $5,323.50, driving for the J. Howard Driver Development Team and Kart Republic, Joe Turney. So once again, for those of you watching on Kart Chaser, 100% of the entry fee money in X30 Pro goes to the prize fund, split across the top 6 finishers. The big checks are for show. The small checks is the dough. Once again, please put your hands together. Frankie Mossman, Austin Garrison, Paulie Massimino, Gus Lawrence, and your 2025 Indiana Grand Prix champion, Joe Turney. Thank you very much, drivers. Now, as you guys exit stage right, thank you very much. We're now going to take a very short 5-minute break. I believe on Kart Chaser you may hear from some of our wonderful partners. Please don't go away. We will be back with the 13th annual Championship Banquet Awards for the United States Pro Kart Series. We'll be back in approximately 5 minutes' time. Thank you for watching.
Let's go race.
Come on, man.
Cat food marketing. $9.99 a month.
Dude, Caleb, wake up. Dude, we're live in 5 minutes. Let's go. Come on. What are you doing?
Dude, I'm so sorry. Xander had me in a cat food marketing meeting till like 2 a.m. last night.
Come on, man.
Do you have anything I can drink?
Dude, I got the perfect thing for you. Perico. It's a healthy energy drink alternative.
Perico, non-GMO, gluten-free, kosher, magnesium, B12, B6,
Yeah, it's good.
B5, biotin, and 0 sugar? Pericazo. Try Perico, made with natural ingredients, organic caffeine, and supports your metabolism. Try the new official energy drink of Kart Chaser.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with us live on Kart Chaser and here at the circuit. It's now time for the Championship Awards. After the 13th season of competition here in the US Pro Kart Series, and to present these awards, please welcome from USPKS, Mr. Tim Coyan. Now, Tim, I know that you've been a part of this championship for 9 years. This is your last time here doing these awards. So beforehand, ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause. 9 years of service to USPKS for Tim Coyan. And with that, Tim, the floor is yours. Sorry, Mark will kill me. The champions, you must see Paulette after you've received your championship awards for your ring size so you can get fitted for your championship rings. Now, the floor is yours, Tim.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
All right, thank you so much, Henry. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Once again, this is the 13th edition of the USPKS Championship Awards ceremony. We always start off by thanking our great sponsors that take care of us each and every year. And those sponsors, again, this year are IAME USA East. We are an IAME East Series, MG Tires, and Barbecue Pros, as well as Franklin Motorsports. Our event sponsors, RPM, AMAX, Paralyn, Orsalon, TKG Burrell Art, Bennick, Millwright, Hotes Driver Development, Mills Pallet, Rocket Racing, and B&B Electric. And our class sponsors are Team Ferris Racing, Velocity Racing, Sodi USA, Nash Motorsports, BBS Engines, Speed Concepts Racing, Brandon Jarsacrack Racing, and Rollison Performance Group. Other sponsors, Franklin Innovative Engine Works, VP, Elf Oil, AIM Sports, Comet, Studio 52, and Kart Lift Kart Stands. So once again, this was our 13th season. We had 4 events across 4 geographically diverse areas. We want to take this moment to thank our tech officials, track officials, registration, pit pass apparel staff for providing such great customer service and atmosphere that makes it fun to go racing. And last but not least, the guy that makes the series possible, our CEO, Mark Coates. He spends hours every year planning events, talking to track owners, teams, and racers, and working with other series to get us the best possible schedule and program we can have. And we greatly appreciate that. All right, the first award we do at each and every winner's ceremony is the coveted Geo Cup, which goes to the team championship. A couple years ago, we changed the criteria for the team championship, and this year's the winner now is calculated based on how many wins you get over the course of a year as part of a team. When the drivers register, they enter the team that they're on, and then that gets recorded. We come back through at the end of the year. Once again, picking up the most wins. Doesn't matter what the formula is. It's Rollison Performance Group picking up the coveted Geo Cup Award. Raleigh, you and your posse want to come up? Mike, usually you bring a posse with you. Where are they?
Can I bring them?
You can bring them.
Everybody?
We only got a minute.
How about at the end? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations. Mike's never one to stay and have a lot to say, but we appreciate their support as a team and as a series. All right, next up, what everybody is really waiting for, the championship prizes. All the class champions get a USPKS custom championship ring with their name engraved on the side. If you're a champion, when you're done, you go over to the corner here and see Miss Anderson. She will get your ring size and fill out the form so you get the ring shipped to your house, directly to your house. So put an address on there that makes sense. Don't give it to the North Pole. It won't get to your house. Also, the champions get to use the number 1 number panel next year if they choose to for 2026. You have exclusive right to that number 1 panel. Each class has its own unique prize package, but one thing that's common is the top 3 finishers in each class get to choose between 3 items. Those items will generally be the USPKS Winner's Circle, which is free entry and tires for the whole entire season next year, or a ticket to the Miami Grands with entry and tires for this year or next year. Miami is providing that for this year or next year, or an engine for the class that you won. So the top 3 get to choose. The winner gets to pick first, second, and third gets what's left. Fourth and fifth get race credits for next year. Also, the winner in X30 Pro Junior gets a 1-day driving school from Skip Barber Racing. The winner in KA Junior also gets a 1-day driving school from Skip Barber Racing. I think that's all the prizes. Okay, let's get started. And we're going to start with our first class right now. We run them from youngest to most oldest. Not oldest. X30's last. Mini Swift. Mini Swift is up first. Oh, I'm sorry, Micro. My thumb was over the C. It looked like an N. All right, we'll bring them all up. We'll get them their trophies, and then we'll go through the prizes with them. Finishing in 5th place in Team Ferris Racing, Micro Swift, number 29, Brody Stoffel. And when you come up, stand right on the tape, and you'll be in the right spot. Finishing in 4th place in Micro Swift, number 33, Dutch Westbrook. Finishing in 3rd place, number 95, Leo Simone. Finishing in 2nd place, number 88, Slate Harrell. These trophies are solid wood. They're very heavy. You could stop a mugging with them. Be careful. And your class champion in Team Ferris Racing, Micro Swift, number 14, Lennox Lockhart. All right, you guys can relax a second. So, 5th place in Micro Swift. Hold on, don't run away yet. Don't run away. 5th place in Micro Swift gets $1,000 towards their racing next year at USPKS. 4th place gets $2,000 towards next year. And now we go to the front. First thing we're going to do here is we're going to ask Mr. Lockhart, who would you like to thank for helping you get to the top step today?
I would thank Velocity Racing, Sodi, my family, and everybody that supports me, and my mechanics, Diane and Ricardo.
That's awesome. Anybody else?
No.
All right, perfect. Great job. Okay, so you have choices here. Did you get coached on what you should pick yet? No. Okay, so your choices are, you can have the Winner's Circle program at USPKS, which means you race here next year for free. The next thing you could have is a Swift engine. Or you could have an entry and race tires to the Miami Grands. Winner's Circle? Okay. Winner's circle for Lennox Lockhart. Okay, second place. Oh, there's no delaying. He just says he wants the engine right now. That's it, the engine. All right, second place, the engine. And that's for Slate Harrell, and that means that Leo Simone gets to race the Miami Grands for free. All right. Now, Lennox, you need to go over and get your ring sized, okay? The engine, you need to come over here. Do you have a dad with you or somebody or mom? Okay, so you get these two boxes right here, the first two. Congratulations, all of you. You can step down. Yep. All right, that wraps up our Micro Swift class. So the prizes are all the same for Mini Swift. So if you know your youngsters in the top 3 and you want to coach them right now, you go right ahead. But we're going to go right into Mini Swift now. Sodi Kart USA, Velocity Racing, Sodi Kart USA Mini Swift. 5th place in Mini Swift, number 191, Jake Manalio. 4th place in Mini Swift, number 103, Santiago Orioli. Third place in Mini Swift, number 190, Enzo Di Janeiro. Second place in Mini Swift, number 174, Maxwell Maka. And your class champion in Velocity Racing, Sodi Kart USA Mini Swift, number 130, Jaden Francisco. All right, hold on, peoples. 5th place, Jake, he's getting $1,000 towards next year's racing. Santiago's getting $2,000, and then we're going to come over here and visit Jaden. Jaden, tell me, who would you like to thank to help you get to this high award?
Nitro, RPM, Road to Racing, my family, my grandparents, and everyone who supports me.
That sounds like a pretty big crowd. Anybody else that chipped in?
Parker Ives for the advice always to keep me heads up, and yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations. So you know what the choices are, Winner's Circle, Engine, or Miami Grands. What would you like?
Winner's Circle.
Winner's Circle. That's my favorite one. So Jaden's getting the custom-made USPKS ring. He's getting the Winner's Circle. Got that down over there? Okay, and now we're going to go over here to second place. To Maxwell, what would you like, the Miami Grands entry or the engine?
I like the engine, please.
You want the engine? Okay, engine for Mr. Macha, and then third place. It looks like you get the Grands ticket, my friend. I like your shoes, by the way. All right. The engine, do you have somebody with you that can come and help you get it? Mini one's right here. Mini's right here. Yep. Jaden, you need to go over and get your ring information. You can get your mom or dad to help you if you need to. What did you get?
2,000, I think.
Okay, we'll put that right on your account, so you don't have to take anything. It'll just
Where do
be
I
there.
go?
And we'll learn which position. You come over here. And you get one of these. You get a big sign. All right. You're all set. You guys all waiting in line for rings? Only first place gets a ring, so you guys are all set. So if you win the $1,500 or the $1,000 credit or $2,000 credit, that'll be right on your USPKS account when you go to register. It'll be right on your account for you. All right.
Somebody asked about what 25 or 26 in the grant.
All right, up next. BBS Racing Engines, KA100 Junior. All right, the winner of KA Junior gets the coveted USPKS ring, the #1 number plate, and the Skip Barber one-day Formula Racing driving school, in addition to choice of other prizes. In 5th place in BBS KA100 Junior, number 825, Isaac Melquit. In 4th place in KA Junior, number 854, Julian Rivera. Julian. In 3rd place in KA100 Junior, number 829, Travis Pettit. Second place in KA Junior, number 841, Nathan Dupuis. We will be doing a photo without your helper. And your class champion in BBS KA100 Junior, number 851, Theo Salamayo. All right, congratulations. Let's come over here, and we're going to have a moment with Theo. Hold on, Julian. Take your $1,000 and run. Oh, you get $2,000. Okay, just hold on. All right, we need to come over here, and we need to talk to Theo for a moment, and then they yelled at me because I'm going too slow.
Well, I want to thank, first of all, God, my whole team that was with me in this journey, my family who helped me to be over here, and with everyone who trusts me.
Awesome. Is anybody else you need to thank before we move on?
No, I think no.
Perfect. Congratulations. So you are to present the award from Skip Barber Racing, the one-day driving school, from Skip Barber, Mr. Ryan Kish. All right, so you know what the prize choices are: Winner's Circle, Engine, or Miami Grands. What is it?
I'll go with the winner's circle.
Winner's Circle. That's awesome. We love to have you guys coming back and doing it again, the champions. All right, second place, Winner's Circle, or I mean the Engine or the Miami Grands?
I'll take the Engine.
All right, the Engine. Okay, you're getting this over there at Scribe Central. Okay, and then Mr. Pettit got the Grands entry again. Is this your first one, or did you get one already today? Huh? This your first Grands entry? Perfect. All right. All right. And that's it. That's everybody, I think. If you had entry credits, you get them on your Race Select account. So you're all set with those. Yep. Come on over, and you can, let's see, you're getting the winner's circle. You need to go get a ring sized. This guy needs to, you're taking the engine, right? Okay, so you have to have somebody come over and grab, oh, this guy's doing it for you? Okay. Where did Pettit go? All right, next up, KA 100 Senior. KA 100, KA Senior up next. We ready to go for KA Senior? All right, Brandon Jarsacrack Racing, KA 100 Senior. Finishing in 5th place, number 997, Eli Warren. Finishing in 4th place, number 914, Blake Nash. Finishing 3rd place in the champion standings, number 948, James Overbeck. Finishing in 2nd place with the number 901, Brandon Lemke. And your class champion in Brandon Jarsacrack Racing, KA 100 Senior, number 943, Paulie Massimino. David Cole holding up the show here. How's it going, Paulie?
Good, how about you?
I'm not too bad, just hanging out. What do you got to say for this one? Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my parents, first of all. Without them, none of this is possible. And, of course, the whole BJR tent. They work super hard, so it's good to be able to deliver results. BBS Racing Engines, of course, for the amazing horsepower all year long. We never seem to struggle, so definitely couldn't have done it without them. Offset, Nexet, Group A, Odenthal, Wiggity Wayne. Yeah, I think that's it.
Awesome, congratulations. So you get the ring, probably add it to the rest of the rings you got, and you get the number 1 plate if you want it. And what would you like for a prize? Would you like the winner's circle, the engine, or the Grand's ticket?
The engine.
The engine for Paulie. All right, come over here to Mr. Lemke. Would you like the winner's circle or the Grand's ticket?
Winner's circle.
Winner's circle for Mr. Lemke. That means you've got the Grand's ticket. You've got a $1,000 Race Select credit, which you definitely need. Blake, you get $2,000 credit. And congratulations. You got the engine, right? All right, you can come over and grab your stuff. Winner's circle, you don't need to do anything. James. You can have somebody grab it or whatever. But then get in line for your ring size. All right, up next, KA 100 Masters. One time I announced the Masters podium, and so one of the Masters guys picked me up and squeezed me. It was the most frightening moment of my life. All right, you guys ready? Nash Motorsports, KA 100 Masters. In 5th place, number 437, Adam Kreppen. Also, we need all the champions to stay for a group photo at the end. All champions stay till the end. Finishing in 4th place in KA 100 Masters, number 433, Junaid Din. Finishing in 3rd place, number 455, Todd Shambo. Finishing 2nd place, number 499, Scott Falcone. That's why we have the numbers on the floor, was for the Masters, guys. And your class champion in KA 100 Masters, number 401, Martin Stone. All right, hold on. Hold on. I know. In addition to the regular prize package, we've got a complimentary tube of Ben Gay for the Masters. All right, Martin, you look so young. How do you race Masters? How old are you?
38.
38. You look like you're about 28. All right. So who would you like to thank?
Thank the RPG group for all their support all year, being faultless. My mechanic Dodge that flies over from England to come and help me. And also my family back at home. Without their support, I couldn't be here doing this. So thanks to all those guys.
Awesome. Congratulations. So you get the champion's ring and all that, but we got to pick the prizes again, so you get your choice. The winner's circle, the engine, or the Grand's entry?
Go for the engine.
The engine for Martin Stone. So we go over here to 2nd place. And Scott, what would you like? The winner's circle or the Grand's entry?
What's the winner's circle?
You get to race for free next year here. We'll do the winner's circle. All right. That means that you get the Grand's entry, you get $1,000 race select credit, and you get $2,000 race select credit for next year. So congratulations, everybody. Martin, if you want to grab your ring size, thank you. Appreciate it. And your engine. Yeah, you guys are done. Thank you. Congratulations.
Eric told me that there's not enough entries for Grands. So does that?
He gave everybody a Grand's thing, so I don't know.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. It's all good. All right, we got 2 classes to go. 2 classes to go. These are the ones that are X-rated. Up next. Ladies, you ready? Speed Concepts Racing, X30 Junior. So the winner in X30 Junior gets the other seat to the Skip Barber test. So 5th place in X30 Junior, number 751, Theo Salamayo. Theo's still waiting in line to collect his last prize. 4th place in X30 Junior, number 758, Sarah Bradley. 4th place in X30 Junior, number 795, Ashton Woon. 2nd place in X30 Junior, number 793, John Antonino. And your class champion in Speed Concepts Racing, X30 Junior, number 706, Alexander Vanchev. All right, young men and Sarah, sorry. Alexander, why don't we start by you telling me who you would like to thank for your help this year?
Yeah, everyone at RPG, they've done a phenomenal job. All the people there are fantastic, all the coaches, all the mechanics, the team manager, team owner. Yeah, just everyone there, all of my supporters back at home, and my parents for funding my career, Southern Law Center, and DHL.
Awesome job. Congratulations. All right, up next to present the One-Day Formula Racing School Award from Skip Barber Racing, Mr. Ryan Kish. All right, we got the same prize packages available for this class as we have the other. Alexander, would you like to have the USPKS Winner's Circle, the X30 engine package, or the IME Grands entry package?
I'll take the X30.
X30 engine for Alexander. All right, and Mr. Antonino, what would you like to have, the Winner's Circle or the IME Grands ticket?
I'll take the Winner's Circle.
Winner's Circle for Mr. Antonino. Congratulations. That means, Ashton, you get the Grands ticket. You get $1,000 credit towards next year's racing in addition to all the other stuff you already won. And you get $2,000, Sarah, towards your next year's racing. The engine winner, come over here and pick up your engine. The first place, you need to get your ring size. You get this. Thank you. Once again, all entry credits will be on your Race Select account next year. I guess there's one more class. Rollison Performance Group, X30 Pro. X30 Pro, you ladies ready to rock the X30s out of here? Let's do it. Finishing in 5th place at X30 Pro, number 312, Davin Roberts. Finishing in 4th place in X30 Pro, number 316, Hayden Jones. Would this come as a surprise? You didn't have your suit on? Finishing in 3rd place, number 300, Frankie Bossman. He got his suit, his hat, everything is coiffed, ready to go. Finishing in 2nd place in X30 Pro, number 308, Paulie Massimino. And your class champion in Rollison Performance Group, X30 Pro Senior, number 302, Ryan Norberg. All right, congratulations to all of you. We got the usual prizes, but before we do that, we're going to come over and talk to Ryan. We've been here before. It seems like we've been here a lot of times. What do you got to say this time?
Yeah, we have been here a lot of times. I just want to thank, obviously, the whole team. RPG has been a huge part of my life, and they've helped me out so much, and Mike Rollison, and just the impact he's had on, the sport and my career especially. this is my 4th USPKS, so this is really special to me. And so big thank you to Mike Rollison, and he's been a huge part of everything that's happened here. So thank you to him. Thank you for just everything. Thank you to guys back at the tent, Alex and Joni. Those two have been there from the beginning as well. So thank you to those guys for just making all this happen.
Awesome. Congratulations. So you get all the usual goods. What would you like to have for next year? You want the winner's circle, the engine, or the grands?
I'll take the engine.
An engine for Mr. Norberg. Paulie, winner's circle or the grands?
Winner's circle.
Winner's circle for Paulie. Frankie gets a ticket to the grands. Devin gets $1,000 to race with next year. And Hayden gets $2,000 to race with next year. Now you'd have no excuses not to come back another year. All right. Congratulations, all of you. I think most of you guys know the way over here now, or at least how it works. Ryan, be sure you get your ring size so you can add another one to your, you have enough for a whole hand pretty soon. All right, that's going to do it for our award ceremony. I'm going to turn it back over here to Mr. Henry Bodette to wrap it up.
Thank you very much once again, Mr. Tim Coyan. Well, as you can see, the drivers disappearing with their prize packages. It just leaves me to say this. On behalf of everybody here at the US Pro Kart Series, the sponsors, the teams, the drivers, most importantly, the friends and the families of all competitors, thank you very much for your support. The Kart Chaser Summer Tour rolls on. Miami Grands, Supernats Las Vegas, the prizes in karting this year will keep on coming as we wrap up what has been an immense season. This has been a Kart Chaser production of the 2025 United States Pro Kart Series. Thank you for joining us.
This broadcast is the sole property of Kart Chaser Group, LLC. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the images, audio, or accounts of this event, in whole or in part, without the expressed written consent of Kart Chaser Group, LLC is strictly prohibited. Thanks for watching.